That's why I managed to stay single this whole time, you know?
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
You are fake news.
You can't handle the truth.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
That's what she said.
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
No try, Scud.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Well, why don't you cry about it? Saddlebag?
Yeah!
Are you sober now?
No, yeah. I'm never,
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
1 hour later.
You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You piece of shit. You fucking goddamn fucker.
Ding, ding, ding! What do we have for her, Johnny?
Just gonna send it.
Have you ever had a dream that you could do so you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
I swear that's my favorite one, and I never really get to use it, which is kind of irritating.
It's so like
extra. It's so long. It just
stop it.
I love it. I love it. Guys, guess what? We're back.
We are.
We're back with a new edition of our weekly Hump Day lives at 7. Wait, what time is it right now? It's 7:08.
Not bad.
We did it.
If they only knew, like the running around, my crazy driving.
Yeah, no. So just in case you guys know, we're hour waiting for the hour ahead waiting for the show to start, and Haley decided to go shopping, and I'm like, I'm going to be doing this show by myself, but here we are. We're not doing the show by herself, by myself, and I have a good feeling we're going to see some familiar faces on here tonight, and expecting an exciting episode. I will say this one is going to be exciting because we have really good news, and we're going to share with you guys some of the stuff that's going on this week, or shall I say this weekend. If you guys don't already know, we will fill you in here pretty soon. Yeah. So we're not going to do our typical Q&A.
No.
We don't really need to. I honestly just wasn't in the mood to do it, to be honest with you guys. That's full disclosure. I'm totally not into it today. I would do it, of course, but I feel like it's more appropriate to kind of talk to you guys about what we're doing this Saturday. Yeah. So if you guys have been following us on Facebook or Instagram, this Saturday we're throwing an event.
No, we're having a party.
We're having a party. So if you guys like to party.
Yeah.
I'm worried about saying that to people. If you like to party, come party with us. God. No, that's cool. You guys can totally party with us. Matter of fact, there's certain words we can't say regarding some of the items on this desk right now that were donated by some very wonderful and lovely people. I should actually say right away, thank you to Josh for being such a hustler.
Yeah, he killed it.
He really did. Some of these people reached out and just literally offered to give us donations, or offered to give us donations for the raffle. Yeah. And some of them, Josh was out there just hustling, putting out the word.
I'm so proud of him.
You know what? Everybody had came to me at one point and were like, Josh, is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Like,
he fucking handled it.
Totally did it. He even got a compliment from Peach. Yeah. So, right. And by the way, did you notice it's the first time we've made sure the music wasn't off? I don't even know if we did it on purpose.
Just accident. It paused.
The music is off. Yeah, we get in trouble all the time. And again, guys, we always love you being on here and jumping in the comment section. So do that. Get spicy in the comment section, if you will. Yeah. We never shy away from that.
Tell us what you're wearing.
I think it's tell us where you're watching from.
Oh, same thing.
And what you're wearing while you're watching. And where you're watching from, if you're on your bed, your couch, or walking around, or in your car while driving. I hope not. If you are, hopefully you're just listening. Yeah. We got Michelle on here saying hello. Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
And Facebook user.
Maybe that was unknown.
Yeah. So unknown user. Hello. And Amanda's on here. What's up? I got my sis on here, Rochelle. What's up, Rochelle?
Hey, sis.
And Ashley's on here.
Claim her as my sister.
That's totally cool. It works perfectly. Yeah. of course, we got some regulars. Thank you guys for being on here. Of course, Miss Coots. I got to say, I've pretty much eaten every single one of your Rice Krispie treats this week. They were meant for Ian. Ian, if you're watching this,
He missed out.
It was so. I got to
on
tell you
the
guys,
streets.
it was it was Ian's birthday, and he was supposed to. He thought he was coming in Tuesday, and so his he had said that on the last episode, or one of the last episodes, and Miss Coots saw it and said, okay, well, I'm going to bring him some gifts. She tried to surprise him. She had candles in it and everything, but she came in Tuesday. He was here Monday.
Oh, no.
So I sent him a video of me. I lit his candles. So, Natalie, if you're listening, you'll know what I did. It was nefarious.
He took his birthday.
I'll be punished. Don't worry. And so I lit his candles, and I didn't even sing him happy birthday. I just lit his candles and on camera blew it out, and then ate his favorite dinosaur, which is, I think, a T-Rex, in front of him, and sent him the message.
Oh my god.
So he knows he
that's
missed
awesome.
out. Yeah, 100% he knows he missed
You
out.
were just trying to like take over my vibes because I got gifts on your birthday, you know? So you were like,
Let's talk about that. No, that's legitimate. We're going to just skip people's birthdays.
yeah,
And
it's
give
the
them
next
somebody
one.
else. Yeah, that makes
works.
actually a lot of sense.
Gotta be tough around here, you know?
That's definitely true. So I ate Ian's cupcakes, Rice Krispie treats. Sorry. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So guys, thanks for joining us on here. Since we're not doing the typical Q&A, we're going to fill you guys in on some information.
Yeah.
Not necessarily super exciting information, but some of it is.
Yeah.
And that's that we're throwing a party. And
Look
which
at
one?
Minna in the mirror.
Oh, hi, Minna. Hey guys, if you didn't
Minna,
know,
wave. Say hi.
you look great. You're just
Say
a shadow.
hi,
You look
Minna.
like a shadow.
Minna, say hi.
Yeah, look that way.
Yes.
Look
you look
that
like
way.
a mysterious,
And say hello.
sexy woman.
No,
Just
we won't
wave.
even say it's you, Minna.
Yeah.
We won't tell.
It's fine.
You just admitted that it was you. You should have said Minna. Who? 7 foot tall.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Yes. And Chantel's saying I'm pretty stoked for Saturday. So let's talk about Saturday.
Let's do it.
Haley, what are we doing Saturday?
We are doing, what do we call it? Like a fundraiser, right?
Yes,
Like a
it is a
fundraiser.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
A fundraiser for Sam. So we're going to be tattooing, and Josh is working on Saturday and taking walk-ins. And
Jeez, where's the
No,
party noise?
I know.
What's
You're like,
I don't, yeah, I don't. Oh, the Glockenspiel. Can I do that, or should I
Yeah.
just go?
yeah,
So I'll be working Saturday.
yeah, this is your time to get Josh to do tiny tattoos that he wouldn't normally do,
Matter of fact,
and lettering.
Yeah,
and
anything you want.
Yeah, whatever.
anything you want. Actually, we'll get really deep into that too, because a lot of people have been asking
Yeah.
like what to do, what like should they submit information ahead of time, images and whatnot. Should we plan it so it's not that day of? By the way, everybody's asking, can I just show up at like 9:30 and be ready by 10? And I'm like, dude, at least 10 people have asked me that, so
Yeah.
just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
It's really first come, first serve.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get to everybody best we can. We have hopefully a few other artists and some guest artists, as well as the artist in-house that will be there to tattoo. So we'll explain that. So we're definitely having the fundraiser for Sam. It's going to be this Saturday. We also worked, me and Haley both worked super late last Saturday to do this. It was kind of spur of the moment. Because if you guys don't know, or maybe you're on here now and finding out, one of our apprentices got in an accident. We're not going to get too personal about it, and I'm not, again, interested in getting too personal about it. But she's in the hospital, and we're just trying to send her love and support and positivity through to be honest with you, whatever we can do, just so that we don't feel,
Really helpless.
Yeah, helpless.
Yeah.
And that was the first feeling I got when I got the news about Sam being in the hospital last weekend, that it just made me feel completely helpless. And then I was sitting there in the chair, just racking my brain of like, obviously a million things were going through our heads. And I tried to call everybody, let them know. And it dawned on me, I'm like, well, working distracts me and I can also make it productive. So a walk-in came in and it was just random. So I tattooed her and I thought, okay, perfect. This is it. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even know that she supported Sam's cause, but in case she's watching, the Thin Blue Line tattoo, that supported Sam. And so thank you for coming in, which means that's what we're going to do for this next Saturday. What's going on? Is it midnight in the mirror? Okay. So, okay. Let's do this. Guys, Saturday, if you're coming in to get tattooed, we're going to have as many artists as we can, but I can't promise that we can get to everybody, of course.
Yeah.
This is to support Sam. All the proceeds 100% go to her. If you guys, again, if you don't know, Sam's our shop apprentice, and she's, man, I mean, I can't even describe her other than like we absolutely love her. She's an incredible human, and she deserves obviously all the love and positive vibes she can get. What you want to say something?
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
You're trying so hard.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm
and-
an emotional creature,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm just
I see
like,
what's going on. Okay. Well, what's going to be cool is we're going to be able to see a lot of people volunteering. We're going to see a lot of people have been messaging us every day saying if I can help out at all, which is, it's actually really cool because, we'll talk about the elephant in the room for like 1 second is based off last week's episode, which was a very unusual episode for us. It really was quite, it changed our energy during that sort of session or that live, and none of us necessarily felt good about it, although I don't regret doing it. This one I was hoping would be a lot different, and I hate, guys, if you don't know, I absolutely hate to kill the energy of the wonderful Haley Chaos just because that's what you guys want, and that's what I love, that's what everybody in here loves, and so I was hoping to change that this time. But again, with unfortunate news, with Sam, we're here to support her. And the good news is we're going to, and this is kind of something that I actually was talking to one of Sam's friends about. She's in here all the time helping out. And she even feels kind of helpless too, because, she talks to Sam every day. She's her best friend. And so now she has like this void of, nothing to say, no one to say it to.
Yeah.
So she comes in and she still kind of, I guess is acting like Sam's here. So it's nice to see her and, try to lift her up too, because she's, of course, she misses her best friend. And I was talking to her about how we can all come together and share that love and positivity and how much she deserves it. So, to get super sappy about that. And I don't mind doing that here with you guys. Just if you're on the other side of the screen and crying, we won't be able to see it. So tell us if you are. But anyway, I look at it like this. It doesn't really matter. Nobody's here to judge why somebody is or isn't volunteering, why somebody is or isn't donating or sending money or sending, something through supporting her on the GoFundMe app. Any of the links you guys follow to support her in any way, whether it's coming here, getting tattooed, whatever it is, know her, don't know her, whatever. I think it's a great way. I know for me, and again, her best friend, is a great way for us to be part of an energy that's positive. And supportive. And it actually, I'll be honest with you, it's like super heavy on my heart all week. I think everybody's been in a different mood here in the shop, of course. I mean, naturally. So I'm hoping what this is a loud and clear signal that Sam can hear us and experience. Because, at the moment, we don't know if she's necessarily aware. Well, I don't know what the right words to use here, but conscious. I don't know if I know she's definitely not on her phone. I don't know if she can even speak right now. I don't think she can. I talk to her dad every single day, and I've been keeping up with him. He's been super cool about being supportive with us and talking to us, and that's really nice. It's emotional, but it also feels good to know that I have some sort of connection, and he's super thankful for us and the family, by the way. I don't know if I've told you girls this. He is so happy that she has people like us. He thinks it's so rad, and I do too. And I think it's great, again, that Sam has, of course, a good family and people that are aside. We're not going to be able to visit her because you can only have 2 visitors a day. So we won't be able to be in there, but we will hopefully, as soon as she gets a room, be able to send her stuff. That'll be nice. Other than that, I'm not, again, going to go too personal into her condition because some of it I don't know and I don't want to be wrong and I want to respect her. Maybe one day she'll even look back on this and see it and realize how much she's loved. So we're all going to send her some love. Anybody that's going to participate is, going to easily express that on Saturday. I will bring up the donations. So we should talk about that. What do you think is the coolest donation so far that we've gotten? I know what mine is. That's yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is actually a donation. We've got 4 of these. So if you guys are coming, here's what you get to expect. Precision Window Tint. Jeff reached out to us and immediately and asked if he could help. And he donated 4 full car or truck window tints. So 4 people get to win that, which I think is fucking awesome.
It's so cool. They're such good people, like their family, that are just amazing people, and they're always there like for the community.
That's super
So I was not surprised like at all, because they're just always there. I mean, they were there for me and my family too. So they're awesome people. So it was really nice I got to go see him and say hi.
That is cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
That is really cool. And like I said, guys, he reached out right away.
Yeah.
On his own. And fuck. I mean, if it wasn't emotional enough already that day for him to just jump on it, you know, it's just really cool. And same for me. Like, I just wanted to not feel helpless and useless. And I wanted to have something, not just to distract me, but I wanted to do something positive towards this situation.
Yeah.
And it just made sense to me that I don't work Saturdays often. I at least don't make it open to the public. I never do walk-ins. So I'm not saying I'm doing anybody a favor. I'm saying that I'm glad that I'm able to be part of it.
Yeah.
And it made me feel a lot different, you know, like mission oriented, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of helpless.
Well, and it changed like the drive for working. Like when we're in here Saturday, it's like, you know, on a whole different hustle. And like, we didn't even get to like announce that. So, you know, we did what we could, like a few tattoos and stuff. And it just definitely like made it more positive for sure.
Yeah.
And try to change it. And I'm super glad you handled that first walk-in, because I was not ready.
Yeah, that was rough. I heard you up there and I was like, okay, I'm going to go walk up there. Yeah.
She was like, are you okay? And I was like,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like, should I leave? Is everything okay? She's probably
so
scared.
bad.
I think she could tell probably.
Yeah.
And not only that, but she has Facebook. She can,
Yeah.
you know, she probably learned pretty quickly and didn't want to make us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Luke's on here. What's up? If you guys don't know, this is Luke McDonald's, a.k.a. Dirty Luke.
Hello.
One of my oldest friends on here. So
That's
what's up?
awesome.
Thanks for the prayers. We appreciate it, of course. Michelle also is on here, like I said earlier, but what is wrong with the comment thing? Let me move this for a second, guys. There it is. So, it's the video is blocking some of it. So I'll do this. Yeah, it is nice when the community comes together. I mean, it sucks that it has to happen, you know, during times like this.
Right.
You know, people always say it sucks that, you know, people want to come together when something bad happens. What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not saying only then, but
Yeah.
it's awesome that people do that and they show up, and people, again,
Yeah.
you know, you guys are on the other side of the camera here. Also probably, you know, hearing about this, if you know Sam, you're not going to want to, you know, feel useless either. If it hits home, you're going to want to be part of something. And that's a good, even if you're not buying anything, even if you're not spending any money, it has nothing to do with that. I want to work hard and raise the money. And so I'm donating 100% of what I make. So is Haley and a few of the other artists. We're doing it because, again, it keeps us from, you know, feeling negative, and we can feel positive by, you know, contributing.
Yeah.
And again, it makes me feel really good to know that Sam can sit in the room and one day see all that's going. Like, I don't think she knows of anything that's going on. So at least so far as I've heard from her family, and so she's gonna see this, and she deserves that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude, she's fucking rad, and she deserves this. And this life. Not only does she deserve it, the reason it's happening is just because that's who the fuck she is. She's just badass.
Yeah.
And so it's just, again, really nice. I'm going to try my best not to ramble on. I'm trying to avoid any emotion here if I can. I just, you know, thank you guys so much for being part of this and sending out the love and the affection. It's going to be really, really fucking cool on Saturday. So I really look forward to it. So I'm going to stick on that. It's going to be really cool. We got
really positive, really happy.
We got Precision Window Tint donating, like I said, 4 gift certificates for a full car or truck tint, which is super fucking cool. So we're going to raffle all this stuff off. We actually have 4th Street Antiques donating a gift card, which is also really, really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
We have actually one of our neighbors here, and I can vouch for them 100%. First off, Precision Window Tint, all my friends and family go to him.
Yeah.
Even here at the shop when I first opened this place, I went to him, so I can vouch for these guys. Haley knows them personally.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, you will have a great experience going there.
Absolutely.
Maybe even make new friends. I actually never know how to say this, so I feel bad because it's our neighbors.
Jamboree?
So yeah, let's go with Jamboree. So this is actually in our building at the end. These people, they are they're incredible. They'll change your life. If you have back pain, I sound like a commercial.
I know.
I'm just going to say this.
It's not an ad.
They're massage therapists, and they are unbelievable. All of them. I've never been to anybody there who wasn't great, especially if you end up getting the owner, but I think she's out of country right now, so sorry. But these are going to be gift certificates we're also going to be raffling off. We have a full massage, and then we have some, percentages off of any massage too. Now, my favorite personal donation.
That was this one.
100%. Yeah, so like, it's so great because again, Josh went out and hustled and let people know how they could be part of this too, and they were more. It's so cool to see people more than happy to do it, especially people that are in our community. These are all local people, and we have Tops Military Supply. If you guys don't know who they are, they're also in our parking lot. So when you come here and you show up, you can go see them, thank them, shop with them. I buy stuff from them all the time. They're also a great family, a family-owned business, and they're rad people. And this makes me really jealous. This is super badass because you guys might be able to read it. I'm not going to show you the knife. You guys are going to have to come in and check it out. But this is a knife from Benchmade and donated by Tops Military Supply. Really, really cool. If you guys don't know anything about Benchmade, you can look them up. They're incredible. They're some of the I think the best knives some of the best knives in the world.
That's
Matter of
awesome.
fact, I mean, shameless plug, but they're
my
the only thing I carry.
Oh my
Just because
God.
they're fucking badass. And we got Rochelle on here. These are from essentially our hometown.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so these kids were from our hometown, and it's really cool. So they're from Oregon and incredible quality. So these are, by the way, really, really fucking expensive. So awesome donation from Tops Military Supply. So thank you guys.
That's awesome.
We do have more stuff coming in, at least proposed things that I trust that they'll be here soon, but I don't want to bring them up until we know for a fact and have them in store. I feel bad to say, hey, we got X, Y, and Z, and you guys show up for a raffle, and I'm like, just kidding, I stole it. Now, I'm just going to show you guys one last thing. This is kind of weird, actually. I'm going to show you guys one fucking last thing, and I'm not going to talk much about it because I actually don't know what I'm allowed to say about this online. I don't even actually know if I'm allowed to show it. Do you know anything about this? Like,
It's a flower vase.
it's a vase.
A vase.
Okay, yes. So somebody donated a vase, and it makes a lot of sense because it's very much a Sam vase. Look, if I wouldn't be showing this at all, nor endorsing this one fucking bit, personally, but I will say this: it's ironic. It is so ironic
It's fitting.
that to support Sam, somebody donated this. I fucking love you, Sam. And so I'm gonna put that off screen again. But by the way, I mean it is rad.
Yeah.
Like this is. I would probably put flowers in this. It is actually quite beautiful.
It's a beautiful vase.
It reminds me of a gummy worm.
Yeah.
The color scheme. Mm-hmm. So it makes anyway. So the vase has a nice. I'll put that away. Okay, there we go. Anyways, that was donated also. So by Smoke Shop again here in our parking lot. These guys are super cool. We shop with them a lot. And we've gotten to know them over the years.
Yeah.
So this Smoke Shop here in our parking lot has also donated that, and we thank them very much. Yeah. We have a few, like I said, other donations coming in. We won't name them now until they're here, but this will be for the raffle. So you guys come in and you can put in your tickets for the raffle. We'll be selling it for $5 and $10 depending on what it is you're putting them in for. And I'm excited to see, like I said, everybody coming together and having fun and doing that. I think it's going to be interesting. We're going to try to do that at 7 o'clock as long as everything goes right. So if you're here, great. If not, we're going to be taking down your name and your phone number on the tickets. So we'll be able to give those away.
Yeah. Well, and not only do we have this stuff, but we're also giving away merch.
Yeah.
So we're doing raffles for merch. We have beanies, hats, t-shirts, and then what we don't raffle away, that will be for sale, and then that will go to Sam also.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can rock our merch.
Yes.
And support a cause.
I am going to put a gift certificate. I'm having a hard time speaking
Gift
tonight.
certificate?
It's been a long week, no doubt. I've been in a weird mood, but I've been holding it together.
Yeah.
I think we all have, actually. I'm actually really, I got to say this, I'm really proud of everybody in here, to be honest. It's really, really cool to see everybody so supportive and hoorah. And just, as soon as Peach found out that we were working Saturday, and then I put that thing out that I'd be working indefinitely on Saturdays until I know what's going on. So by the way, guys, this weekend is going to be an event, but every weekend after this, I will be also in here Saturdays from 10 to 10 until I am no longer needed, I guess, for however long that fucking takes. I don't care. But this will be the weekend for the event only. The rest of the weekends are just going to be for walk-ins. And I don't expect everybody to be here or for it to be, such a big deal each time, but I'll do what I can while I can.
Yeah.
But again, the girls fucking showed up and Peach was instantly like, hey, sign me up for that shit.
Yeah.
With no questions asked. So that's really cool. Actually, all the girls were, once, they heard the news too, they were feeling the same way.
Yeah.
So it is nice to see, everybody come together. It's fucking awesome.
I just can't be here till 5. But
Yeah, until 5. So she'll be here later in the evening. So that's
I have
another
a
thing.
Wedding.
If you guys want
Can't cancel on Friday.
walk-ins, if you guys want to get tattooed, the best thing to do is just be patient with us.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have a lot of help. So we have people communicating, you know, between us and you guys. If you come in and you want something, we don't have time in that moment, we can contact you when we do, or hang out, make some friends. You know, we'll have stuff outside for you guys to hopefully do, look out, or, you know, converse amongst yourselves, make new friends, go get tacos, which is, by the way, I should say that too. The tacos
best.
in our fucking parking lot are awesome. So you guys will be able to be well fed if you hang out for a while. So be patient with us, but we'll get to as many people as we can that day. It's going to be hectic for us, for sure. We'll be very busy. So we won't always have time for everything, but we'll get to as many people as we can. I know it's going to turn out awesome for a fact.
Yeah.
A lot of Sam's friends are already going to show up. They've been messaging me. Matter of fact, Sam's such a rad person. I've probably had at least 40, I'd say respectively, at least 30-ish people in the last couple of days say, hey, I'm Sam's cousin. Hey, I'm Sam's best friend. Hey, I went to school with Sam. I was on her team.
Yeah.
Anything I can do, let me know. And her friends have been coming in here saying the same thing. They're going to be here helping out. So it just shows you the kind of person she is. Same with her dad. You know, he's hopefully going to be here Saturday if he's able to get away for a little while, which will be really, really cool. I think for him too. So this would be a loud and clear signal just to let her know that, fuck, dude, like, kid, you're fucking loved.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
we haven't had you, you know, off our minds this whole time. So other than that, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You guys come in and get tattooed, hang out. Don't be mad if we don't get to you. We're going to do our best. We do hopefully have a few people, guest artists also, to kind of come in and lighten up the load as well. So I would love to be able to get to everybody. It'd be awesome. If we can do that, cool. If not, then you can't be mad at us. We're doing our best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can only go so fast.
Exactly. And so you're only going to be here after 5.
Yeah.
So if you
But
guys
I'll be here late. Last Saturday I was here.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I told everybody 10 to 10. Truth be told, it's probably going to be more like 24 hours. So, but you know, again, I mean, what else am I going to do? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go home and I don't know. It feels weird to do anything else right now. So we're going to be doing that and rocking and rolling. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing so many people that I know will be there that we see on occasion. Maybe we never see them always all together.
Yeah.
By the way, Ian, you're on here. Let's see. He's apologizing to Natalie for getting the dates mixed up. It's fine, Ian. I've eaten all of your food. I think I've literally eaten them all. So
Yeah.
it's gym time in the morning.
My son also enjoyed those too. So
Yes.
got it.
He
He, like, kept
he expressed his love to me for the rice. He's like, Josh, have you had those? I'm like, I've been eating them all day. He's like, they're really good. Try the ones shaped like dinosaurs. Like I've been eating them, kid. I think we've almost finished them. So
That's awesome.
thank you, Natalie, for plumping us up. We appreciate it. We're gonna need it for this weekend. Chantel's asking a question. Do you want to read that for me?
What's going to be the minimum for you guys? So our shop minimum is 120, and that fills up an hour. You can go past it. If it doesn't fill up the hour, it's still 120.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing 120 minimums. Now, I'm not exactly sure if there's any guest artists coming and what their prices are going to be. I'm going to let that be up to them,
Yeah.
of course. But anybody in the shop and the people that are going to be tattooing, we're donating, like I said, 100% of whatever we make all the way. Matter of fact, like Haley said, it was last minute on Saturday for us to decide to do this. And so we just decided to work all night to keep our, minds occupied and to feel, of use. And I think we raised in one day, like $1,200.
Yeah.
Like just between me and Haley. So
Yeah.
fuck, that was cool. That made me go home. That made me feel a lot better once I went home
Yeah.
about the day. You know, it felt like really cool about that. It made me feel like she deserves this. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling this weekend's going to be just so fucking rad. And so many people are going to be participating, even with just these gifts. I mean, technically with these window tints, this is like upwards of $2,000, $3,000 worth of window tinting. So it's really cool. Really, really cool. Let's see. So yeah, for the minimum, it's for the hour. So at least, if you want to take up that hour, what we usually tell people about our minimum is, that covers up to an hour. So if you get something super tiny and you want to get something else or add to something else or touch something up, I guess, in a sense, depending on what it is, you can get up to the hour's worth. So, get your hour's worth 100%. I probably won't be taking large tattoos. I mean, if people come in and want portraits or something like that, given that there's probably going to be quite a few people and a lot, maybe even a line of people, I won't be able to do things that are going to take, half the day. So we'll do what we can. We most likely, actually, Brody's bringing it up now. Brody Jade, Brody _ Jade. What is your real name? What the heck? Brody _ Jade? Is
I
it
just
Brody or
always say
Jade?
Brody Jade.
Brody Jade. It's
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
actually. I like saying that. So she's saying we should do a spooky flash sheet. One drawing from each of you, and people can pick from those. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. You know what?
Sam, too. Guess what? We need flash sheets. Okay, now it's done. Somebody just said that you guys should do a spooky flash sheet. One drawing from each of you for her, and people can pick from those. Like you brought that up earlier. So I do think we should actually all draw something, put it together, and then maybe even more than one thing, whatever. Even if we all come up with our own sheet, of, whatever, that'd be rad.
Yeah.
That would be rad. So we're gonna do that, 100%.
I like it.
Can you write that down on the list of the things that we're gonna collect? Okay, thank you. So that's a great idea. We just made it happen.
It's happening.
That way it's maybe a little easier too.
Yeah.
To get through things. I know there's going to be a lot of people with their own ideas. That's great. But again, I'm not going to tell you to keep it small, but if it's something that's large, we might have to do it a different time. Since I will be tattooing, guaranteed I'll be tattooing the Saturday following as well. Then maybe it's something we could push off if you're from here in town, you're not traveling. So again, we'll do our best. This is going to be a great opportunity for me to be able to do things too that I don't usually do, and you guys can come and get some fucking lettering from me. I can't spell very well. I'm very dyslexic, but I will do my best.
Yeah.
We'll spell check. It's fine.
Spell check.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want to break our flower vase.
I know. That made me nervous having that up here.
Yeah.
Like I would feel like such an idiot if I broke that.
Oh my God.
I know. She would be very disappointed in me. I don't think there's any other news really regarding this weekend other than if you guys know anybody regarding hot rods, cars, classic cars, motorcycles, any vehicles that would be sort of an attraction. I don't even care if they're off-road, lifted vehicles, whatever. If you guys know anybody, put the word out there. We'd appreciate that. I'm trying to set it up in the parking lot to where it's, enough things out there for people to do to keep them occupied while they're waiting.
Yeah.
If they're not getting tacos,
if they're not getting tacos.
Yeah, if they're not looking at hot rods, then they're in here playing with raffle tickets or they're waiting to get tattooed with us.
Yeah.
So we'll give you guys the best we can. But if you guys know anybody that's in any clubs or, part of anything that has to do with cars or vehicles, motorcycles, that would be rad too. I've invited a few people, so there might be some, but the more the fucking merrier. I think it'd be cool. It might be hot. It might be hot. Might be hot.
A little spicy.
Maybe we'll do a water balloon contest or something.
Oh my God.
That would actually be really funny. That we'd get kicked out for sure. 100%. Yeah. So
Kelly would pull his boobs out.
Yep.
Just be
100%.
inappropriate.
100%. I think that'll be cool. So you guys can see some of our art too. Even if it's you guys coming, I don't want anybody to feel like, you have to, again, come and donate or spend money. Even if you're just showing up and checking out the vibe, getting to know some of the artists. I know a few people that are actually going to be showing up that don't plan on necessarily getting tattooed, but they want to be here. So, don't be shy. Well, I shouldn't say don't be shy. Even if you're shy, still show up. I actually know some people who've admitted that they're too shy.
Oh.
So just if you're watching, I won't say any names. I almost said names. I won't say any names. Just show up. Just come meet cool people, and just as long as you don't tell anybody that you're the shy one, then they won't fucking know.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really rad. And Ian, let's see here. I'll be there. Yes. Okay. Good. Did I ask him that? Did I tell him that he better be here? I was trying to get to that. Ian, if you don't show up, I'm going to be pissed. I'll be pissed. You're over COVID. That shit's done. As she's coughing.
Sorry.
That'd be a good little clip. You're over COVID as you're just over there hacking it up in the fucking beer flu. So Ian, you got to show up. You have to be here. That's another thing that's cool too. This is something I didn't even think about till right now. A lot of times with events like this, whether it's a party I'm throwing or like a grand opening, what's really cool is you get to see the tattoos that you've been watching us make for so
Yeah.
long, all in one place. And not only is that cool to you guys, but it's really cool to us when
Yeah.
somebody points out somebody and goes, "Hey, you're the one with that."
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch, and it's really fun to be part of that too. I've always thought that was like the best part of, getting sort of our community together. Is It's really cool to like you see people light up, and then the other person's
Absolutely.
like, "Wow, I feel
Yeah.
special." It's really cool. I'm sure people will probably even do the same with you, although they can see you.
Yeah.
They'll probably want to see things up close. I know for sure. For example, sorry, I'm just totally showing you off. This guy is just so cool. That's
He
so
is.
badass.
I know. Josh said earlier, he's like, I just want to take that off of you and put it on me, and I was like,
Yeah.
I
legit.
understand. You
Yeah.
can't, but I understand.
You're gonna have to wait. No, that is really
Get
cool.
your own.
So we don't have to make this one a super long one tonight,
Yeah.
but there is something I want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, if you guys are all on here, if you're watching,
Sheep shippa.
also, also Linda, if you're out there,
Oh God.
Linda, I'm 40 now, so just
I'm 40 now.
I just feel like I should say that, Linda, if you're listening. If you guys don't know who Linda is, that's probably a good.
Everyone knows who Linda is.
It's a good thing. She's my favorite client.
Not they don't.
She's-
No one knows who Linda is.
Nobody knows who Linda is.
But like we all know Linda.
But you know what's cool? She doesn't believe that she's my favorite client, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about her on every single episode.
Yeah, I'm like she can listen to like the past 20 episodes.
Yeah.
And
So,
you know,
Linda?
find out.
You can no longer deny it. I can just say, go to my YouTube and check it out, and you will hear me call you out, Linda.
Yeah.
So thank
him
you.
Confessing his love for you.
I don't
on
think
the
I ever
internet.
don't think I ever said that, but I'm
mean-
pretty sure it comes through loud
Yeah.
and clear.
We get the picture.
Yeah. So one thing I did want to talk about, and it's super fitting right now, is, and we're not going to get personal here necessarily, but just share a couple of ideas. One thing I will say right away, I'm going to do this on camera, even though I've told you a few times already. I promise you guys watching, and you, Haley, that I will always do my best to make sure that I foster an environment that brings out the best of not just everybody in here, just in general as professionals and as artists and as friends.
Yeah.
But I will never do anything to dim your light or to bring you down intentionally. And I hope it didn't come across if anybody has seen any of the past episode. I promise I won't. I will do my best to always make sure that we're maintaining not just positivity, because sometimes things aren't.
Yeah.
This might not be the most positive episode.
Yeah.
But I promise you that I'll do my best to make sure that, I'm always bringing out the best of everybody. I don't know if the last episode felt like that. For me, it didn't. I don't think it did for a lot of people. So I just wanted to, say that to you. And also it's kind of a message to you guys to let you know too, that we'd like to maintain a certain sort of vibe, especially on the show in here. We mean it when we say every single week we look forward to this.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even imagine skipping this, especially this week. You
Yeah.
know, I don't get to share much with you guys except for Instagram or Facebook until this event happens, except for this. And so it's really nice to see everybody and hear from you guys and get the support and the love, whether it's this or this Saturday. It means a lot to us.
Yeah.
That being said, one of our last topics was trying to be essentially how to deal with what I like the word haters, because it's not specifically just hate. It's not just ridicule.
Yeah.
It's haters are kind of vague, and we tried to get to that a little. I don't think we did a great job. But I will say this. One of the best ways to deal with them is understand simply that life is fucking real. Shit happens. We're not all here for very long. This everything is not only temporary, but everything's so it's. I almost see it as like a temporary gift, whether it's the time you have here, the people you have while you're here,
Yeah.
the experiences you're having. Matter of fact, before I even found out Sam was in the hospital, me and Peach were in here having that exact conversation. And I told her, like, this all is going to change eventually. None of this is forever. And so that's how I deal with it. Like, by the way, for all of you guys watching, and anybody that's especially watching closely, whether it's in comment feeds or Facebook feeds or whatever it is, I can tell you this. In terms of how do you deal with hate, which I think is a good question, and eventually we'd like to engage with you guys on it. I think that was kind of the point of last episode, didn't go there. But here's one way that I absolutely do it, is I think about all the people that say things along the line, say anything. Thanks, Sheldon. Totally killed my vibe. I was getting all Dr. Phil, and then I'm just kidding. They probably didn't hear that. I know it just sounded terrible. Whatever that sound was. Yeah. Okay. It's all, yes, very loud. If you guys didn't know, that Sheldon, he breaks everything, but he fixes and makes more than he breaks.
Yeah.
So we love him. Where was I?
Out.
So talking about how to deal with this shit. It's actually really simple. You want things. How do you deal with hate and negativity? If you seem to struggle with that, I'll tell you something that I know for a fact. If you seem to struggle with it, it's because you don't have things in your life that are monumental enough for you to think about and care about, at least at the forefront of your brain, enough. If there's shit that you love and shit that you want to work towards, and the naysayers, they'll never stop you. You know, it'll never be an issue. And also too, one way to check yourself to see if you're part of that group is if you're spreading negativity yourself. You know, to hurt just for the purpose of hurting somebody or beating them down. You know, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. But dealing with hate is, to me, really basic. I have shit in my life that matters so fucking much to me. And it's so clear and it's always so right. Like coming in here and teaching you girls, right? Like I was just watching one of our episodes because I'm trying to make a trailer for this. And I was hearing some of the shit you were saying about me during the live. And you were like, you know, just working with somebody so badass and somebody so talented. And I'm thinking like, that's so cool to hear.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm just yelling at you guys and you're making fun of me.
Starving us.
Yes.
Like me.
It's not true.
Me.
It's not true. She doesn't. No.
3 a.m, just slaving.
Jeez, I'm a slave driver. But that's my message to you guys is exactly that just pay attention to the great things in your life, the things that you're working towards.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your future. Don't think about the past. Like you should do me a favor. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Great.
And explain to me that painting that you were talking about earlier, because I think it's a perfect depiction of what I'm saying in like image form.
Yeah. So I saw this, it was a post and it was a picture of a painting, I believe. And you see this man that's on like a rock and he's reaching down and there's water. There's like I don't know if it's a flood or something, but he's trying to save his dad and his dad's in the water and he's older, like an elderly man. He's reaching for him and he's not even noticing that his wife is pushing up their baby to him. His wife is drowning, trying to save the baby and push him to him, and he can't even see his wife or his son. So his father represents the past and his wife represents the current and his son represents the future. And so it's like when you're too focused on the past, you can't see what's currently around you or even what's in your future. You know?
Yeah, which you don't see what you're missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're so worried about the past. Now, I think this image is very much a metaphor, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know, we're not saying let anybody drown. We're not.
Yeah.
But we're definitely saying that as a metaphor in terms of thinking about the future, and that's like I said, and I've shared this with you already. That you know, actually, I had a friend ask me like, sometimes you keep your composure so well, Josh. How is that possible? Which I don't actually think is always true. But compared to where I could go, I actually think I do pretty good most of the time. So I will accept that was a compliment from him. And he had said, I don't know how you keep your composure, man. I would have snapped. And I've heard that a lot from people. Like, I don't know how you've done this or done that. And I, of course, appreciate the recognition. But honestly, it's because I'm thinking about the future. And I'm thinking about what's here right now that matters.
Yeah.
And I have an eye on the future of things that fucking matter to me. And those things matter to me so much. And they're so not just grand, but and it's not necessarily fancy shit like getting rich or you know achieving something necessarily. It's the people that I'll impact. It's the people that matter to me. It's the people like right now. There's somebody in my future that eventually I'm going to love to death, like Sam walking into our lives and becoming our apprentice. It's not over. I mean, I'm 40 years old. I have plenty of life to live, guys. Jeez, I'm only halfway there, and I think about those things all the time, and it's way more invigorating and fills me so much more with positivity and the feeling of like being alive so much that shit is already over. Like shit that's been talked, shit that's been said, shit that stuff, even if you address it, take it with a fucking grain of salt.
Yeah.
Like that shit's not the end of the world. If you can go to sleep at night and go to sleep well and wake up proud of who you are, I think that's a really good sign that you're doing it right. I think if you feel bad and you lose sleep and you wake up and you question your decisions, then maybe you have some work to do. So I can definitely say with worrying about my community, you know, worrying about my business, worrying about the people I work with, worrying about my family, and then worrying about myself, not necessarily in that order, but that sort of ecosystem matters so much to me that, you know, that's how I keep positive, especially in my life. That's how I keep, you know, my eye looking forward is just always thinking about, you know, how much those things matter. Like my sister watches this all the time.
Yeah.
I literally think about her all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't want this to be negative. Like our last episode and thinking about you, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't even rewatch it. I won't, because I already know that, I believe I made a mistake by not recognizing it was going somewhere I didn't want it to,
Mm-hmm.
or I didn't mean it to. And dimming down your light, I actually think was the worst part, to be honest. So I learned.
Yeah.
So thank you for sticking through it with me, by the way.
No
I
problem.
really appreciated that. And especially afterwards, I realized like, geez, 2 hours. So thank you,
Yeah.
Haley.
No problem.
So it's another shout out to the Haster. She's badass. And yeah, your energy is just infectious. So I want to make sure that those are things that I look forward to,
Yeah.
like being here and doing this with you, sharing your origin story. If you guys haven't seen, we've recorded for like, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
almost. I'm talking about how Haley started as a tattooer, which I think is a wonderful way to start her career, because your kids are going to see this, your grandkids are going to see this.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. You don't see a lot of that stuff documented too often.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really cool way for people to be part of your story and relate.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Whenever I make content like this, it does time to time for sure. Of course, it's going to get taken, misinterpreted as to what we're doing. So I'll make one thing really fucking clear. The reason specifically why I do what we're doing right now is because of you guys.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. And the reason I say that is because when somebody comes to me and says, man, I watched your episode and it saved my life, which might sound really crazy because I'm just an idiot and you're just a ball of fucking light over here. But when people say that,
Yeah.
my ears fucking perk right up.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, that's insane. Like that's a light in their life. They look forward to it all
Yeah.
the time. And that just doesn't mean our show. It means even us here as a shop. It's even been that to me sometimes where
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, you know what, but I still go to work and I have fucking wonderful humans around me that love me
Yeah.
and appreciate me and stand by me, support each other. Fucking awesome.
Well, it's like Saturday, we had that lady come. I was leaving, getting ready to leave. It's 3 a.m.
Right.
And she was dropping something off.
Yep.
Like a donation.
Yep.
Right?
Dropping off a donation.
But I was leaving. You're talking to her. We're like outside, 3 a.m,
Yeah.
and she was just telling us like how she watches our
Yeah.
life and loves it. So that was so cool
How
because I
special it
was
is.
like so tired, and then said that, and I was like, oh my god, give me a hug.
Yeah.
Like
It's so
you're
cool.
awesome. Yeah, it
And
was
it's-
so cool.
And it's not only cool to feel like you matter,
Yeah.
but what's really cool is that this, and this is how I'll put it, black and fucking white. I've watched things, heard things, and seen things, whether it's stories or podcasts or books or whatever it may be, YouTube videos. All the way down to conversations I've heard from people or that I've had with people. I've heard things that have changed my life.
Yeah.
Right. I've even sometimes I'm seeking out these things so that I could hear something that can somehow help me.
Right.
So I'm researching these things. I'm hungry for new information. Something out there has changed my life for the better. Lots of things have. I can think of a million things immediately that I have been able to consume in terms of media and content that have changed my life. I'm not saying I'm doing that necessarily, but the fact that people comment and say that that is happening, whether it's just I have something to look forward to or I love your guys' show, it's like a fucking highlight of my week.
Yeah.
If I can make something that touches somebody through the same way it's done for me, then I'm giving it back and I'm doing my best. Am I perfect? I'll be the first person to fucking admit, yes.
Yes. 100%.
100%. Is everybody else perfect? I can't answer that. No. Nobody's fucking perfect, obviously. I'm perfectly me. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Perfectly flawed, just like I should be. Perfectly imperfect.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, guys. I believe that if I found value in something, how stupid would it be? Like, I found value in learning tattooing from people. People have taught me things. Some really good friends have taught me things that have changed my tattoo career. How stupid would I be to not give that back?
Yeah.
To just hold that all inside and say,
just gatekeep
not for
it.
you.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's actually my duty. It's my job to fucking give it back.
Yeah.
If I've heard a podcast that I think so I want to name somebody specific this, if you guys are interested at all. Research Sergeant Travis Mills. He lost his arms and legs in battle, and listening to his story and the way he held himself together so well during his explanation of his story, without any pity, without any poor me. And somebody asked, this shit fucked me up because I needed to hear this at the time. So this is a good example of why I would like to, be part of maybe how that affects others through what we make.
Yeah.
Whether it's just your fucking ball of shining light, which is, to me, probably the best part of this show. Research Sergeant Travis Mills, lost his arms and legs in battle. And, somebody asked, how did you keep your shit together?
Yeah.
And he's like, I barely did, but, he definitely did keep it. He kept his composure like a fucking rock star. It was insane, his story. And somebody asked, how'd you do that? And he goes, because what does it say to my men on the other side of the country while I'm in a hospital being taken care of that I was in charge of if I fucking fall apart?
Yeah.
Because I'm still leading them. You don't think they're following up on me? They're listening. Sam right now is doing the same for us.
Yeah.
She's going to be listening. Maybe not yet. She will hear about, and that, what do you think that signal sends to her?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Like, and everybody that comes, everybody that joins, everybody that's part of it, you guys can join into that too and understand that you're sending a fucking loud and clear signal that somebody matters and there's people here for you. And I don't think there's really anything more beautiful to be part of. So if that's the case, maybe somehow we're doing that too. I like to think somehow we are.
Yeah.
And if we're not yet, we promise we're getting to it. We're trying. Eventually we will. Then how stupid would it be if I didn't give that back to you?
Yeah.
Be part of that. And I know it's true for you too. The same thing. Like we listen to some of the same stuff, actually.
Yeah, we do.
Totally unintentionally, but we're very similar in that way. And that shit changes our fucking lives.
Yeah. I have my own people that I listen to, like podcasts that like pump me up, and I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
100%.
like I need that too, and I love that. I love listening to them. I listen to the same podcast. Like I look forward to it, every day. I'm like, next episode, and then before I wasn't like caught up, and
Right.
I'm like just binging and just taking like all that energy in, and that's like what motivates me. And then I catch up. I'm like, fuck, I gotta wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, I know your feeling. What do you think? Let me ask you this then. What is it that you get? And not just the feeling, because I think you can get kind of lost, like almost in lust of the information. Like I've heard it called information porn before, and I think that's a great way of putting it. But I know you don't just take it as it made me feel good. You take action.
Yeah.
So how does that work for you? Like explain you found a piece of content, you watched it, and it transpired into something. What is that experience for you?
Well, like my biggest one would be like Andy Frisella for sure. Like, and he has like, his different types. Like he has like a couple different ones that are, slightly different, but they all come from him, and I fucking love him. And I read his book and everything, and then I started 75 Hard because I was like, I gotta fucking do this.
Yeah.
Like, but like it is all positive, but it's not at the same time, because then I like check myself.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
It's not just, it's not feel good.
No.
No, I think it's positive. People
Yeah.
get that kind of fucked up sometimes. Like positive always feels good. No. Sometimes positive means somebody's telling you to get up off your fucking lazy ass.
Yeah.
And
like
that's
step
love.
the fuck up. Yeah.
Like, that's love.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're fucking
And
up.
I need that, because it's not like no one else is being like, Haley, you need to do more. Everyone's like, slow down, take a break. You need rest. And I'm like, fuck off. Like,
Yeah. Like that's not what I want.
I'm like, no.
That's great.
I want more, And so that does that for me. But I check myself and I'm like, okay, I can be better. You can always be better. Everyone can always be better.
Right.
And even like Andy Frisella, he's, making millions of dollars, and he's still like, I'm not done.
Yeah. Not even close.
And I fucking love that.
So how does that translate into your, because you get to hear a story, but then what do you do with it? Because I always like to tell people, or I guess I tell myself this more often. It's like, cool information, bro. What can you do? Like, cool that you know this, but what can you do with it? It's kind of like fitness. Like, you look good. Like, I know people who look good. I've actually done this when I was in construction. Dude, we would get this a lot from like the Workforce Connection. They would, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. They would come in and we'd hire these guys for help. And some of these dudes would come in ripped, just big old buff dudes.
Yeah.
And they were fucking useless.
Really?
And I'm like, I'm this little skinny dork.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily little, but I was definitely a skinny dork.
Yeah.
And I'm outperforming them all day long. They can't hang. And I'm like, what is the point of having all that if it's functionless?
Yeah. Just for looks.
Yeah, it's like, what can you do with it matters more to me than the looks part. And just like the information, it matters more to me what you do with it than how it made you feel.
Yeah.
Because how you feel, you could just sit there and feel motivated.
Yeah.
And do nothing. Motivation is a feeling.
Yeah.
Motivation is not an action.
Yeah.
So where does it transpire into action for you?
Well, it's just taking action so I don't have to feel so shitty when I'm like checking myself, like even thinking about my day. Like today I was like, when I was running errands with Josh, I'm like, we're walking through the store and he's like catching up because I'm like, gotta get shit
Yeah.
done, you know? And I was like, if you can't tell him like we gotta get this done type of person, he's like, I see that. I'm walking fast.
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm not dragging the shit up. Like,
Right.
we're getting it. But I'm still like, even today thinking about like where I could have managed my time better, you know? Because then I can use that time other places. And so like I journal every day at night. And it doesn't have to be like, 3 pages fucking long, but I check myself
Right.
with journaling. It's not just like, today was a great positive day and it was such good energy and I just, thrived. Like I check myself to see what I can do better and then doing better tomorrow because I don't want to write the same shit that I'm failing at today. And it's not like hard fails, but still like little fails are still fails. So
Absolutely.
whatever I can do better, I
But
document that so I know
that's a good point,
I'm moving
though.
forward.
Is that those little fails don't feel like hard fails. They're not like you're falling from the Empire State
Yeah.
Building. But it's death by 1,000 cuts if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So the best way, that's a good point, and I don't want people to skip over that. I've heard, it was one of the most transformative speeches I've ever heard. It's called The Best Life Ever by Jim Rohn. I think it's mostly split up in 4 sections. It's an hour each, number 1 all through 4. Look it up on YouTube. It's so cool that this shit's available today because that was recorded in like the 70s or 80s. So it's cool that this fucking shit's available for free now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have access as a kid.
Right.
And he said, kind of regarding this, let's say, what people are working with, like you're talking about, taking action, is he's saying everybody's running off the same fucking wind. It's just how you set your fucking sail. And I just absolutely loved that because it makes me think like in those moments, it might not feel like a big shift.
Yeah.
Just those little, you just detect that little bit of shift in the wind and it matters to you. You got to set that sail a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit better. And then he said, what happens is failure isn't making a mistake today. That's not failure. You falling down isn't, you losing a game. That's not failure.
Right.
Failure is doing the wrong thing is wrong every single day for 6 years.
Right.
That's just an example.
Yeah.
Don't wait 6 years.
Yeah.
But, I only did it for 5.
Yeah.
He's saying a mistake made every day is failure if you do it for 6 years. You're now fat. You're now broke. You're now stupid. You're now uneducated. You're now so far behind that your life's not going to be what you know it could be. Right? And then he said, winning is doing small things every day for 6 years.
Right.
So to gloss, kind of gloss over that fact, I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to make that clear because you're saying like those little wins and those little, losses add up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're mentioning. I think that's beautiful. And so after that, you take action and you do things.
Yeah.
And you hold yourself accountable, which does it always feel good?
No.
When you look at the truth and look in the mirror and like see your faults, it absolutely doesn't feel good. When somebody says something hurtful, even though you know they're wrong, you can see a little bit of truth in it. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roger
Right.
that. I accept.
Little check.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's recognize that. So that's really cool. So taking action. And I know you're this person. That's why you're not just listening to Andy Frisella, for example. If you guys don't know who this is, it's a podcast online. The dude's remarkable. And the way he says things is like he's basically just a dad.
Yeah.
The things he's saying,
Right.
it's just dad talking to you.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. He actually talks a lot like my father, so that's really cool. But then you go and do the things in which he's suggesting, right? And that's the point. Isn't
Yeah.
just feeling a certain way. It's action. Action overall. Like people say, how do you stay motivated? I don't need to be motivated. Motivated is just a temporary feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what makes you happy? Happy is cool, but I don't need happy to show up here. I don't need happy to support somebody I care about or, to do the right thing best I can.
Yeah.
I don't need, if happy comes, I think it's like a byproduct of doing the right things.
Yeah.
So the winning part, like what you were talking about with the little, it might not seem like a big failure or a big win, but they fucking add up.
Yeah. 100%.
I actually like the way it sounds when this guy I watch also, he's kind of like an Andy Frisella kind of character, is he says, just stack little wins
Yeah.
every day. The first win is you set an alarm, right? We're all adults. You have a fucking alarm. Probably 99% of us. When you set an alarm, that was a promise on Friday night to get up Saturday.
Yeah.
And you hit snooze. What does that signal say to your brain? You don't stick to your fucking promises.
Yeah.
And you think, no, it was a promise to hit the snooze button twice, and I allow that. Okay, but you're already allowing yourself wiggle room, so you're bargaining with yourself. That's something I've battled with my whole life. I've gotten really good at it, but I still suck at it.
Yeah.
But it is. That's the first win of the day.
Yeah.
Is you decide when to get up and get up. Like, it's fucking.
Well, it's like when we left Saturday, I still had to do my second workout. So I was like,
3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m.
well, and at 3 a.m. I had to drop my dad off at home, and he lives in Clovis, more that way,
Yeah.
and then drive home to the Ranchos. And then I got home, it was right around like 4 in the morning, right? And I'm like, I'm going on a walk, like, because I had to have an outdoor workout. I'm like, I can't just get away with yoga inside, and I'd probably fall asleep mid-yoga. So I went on a walk, and it was beautiful, and it was great. And then I walked for about an hour, went back home, and still had to take my cold shower.
Yep. So you're sticking to it, though.
So, yeah, but I fucking did it. I was like, nope, I don't care. I got to do it. And so I literally fell asleep. I got in bed. It was like almost 5:40 in the morning. And one of my friends that works out with me in the morning, we usually go at 5:20 in the morning. So she texted me, but it was her day off, so I knew she wasn't going to want to go that early. She texted me and like way earlier in the evening and said gym in the morning or gym tomorrow, and I said yes, but I just finished my second workout and I'm going to bed now, so don't text me early. Like, we'll go later. And so then the next morning she texted me, but I put my phone on silent after that, and I didn't set an alarm because I knew I had that day off, luckily.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, and I slept.
But what I'm hearing you say, and this is, as you're saying it, I'm kind of formulating something in my head on the fly that I think is really fucking cool. You're sticking to the promises you made to yourself.
Yeah.
What happens the more you do that? The more you stick to your promises, what happens the next time? It's like, I don't really have to go to the gym. I did really good this week.
Those excuses just like disappear for sure.
Yeah, you're like, I
And
don't give a
it's-
fuck. I'm not bargaining.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't bargain with you, you weak fucking thought.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
little
Like, get the
you
fuck out
inside.
of here.
Yeah, well, who the
little
fuck are
devil.
you?
I'm like, me.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck you thought you were coming to talk to.
Exactly.
And that's the truth, is the reinforcement. I think a lot of people don't understand that, that stacking little wins eventually turns you into quite a force.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I had to do this when I was younger. I still have the video, and it's fucking embarrassing. I have this video. It was a camcorder, 1999, mohawked Josh, and I'm looking out a window, and I won't repeat what I said, but I saw a girl walking by, and I made a comment. And the way I said it on camera, rewatching it later on, was so repulsive to me. And it wasn't, I didn't say anything like hardcore.
Yeah.
It's just the way I said it. It sounded so stupid. And I think that's the first time I ever remembered checking myself and going, dude, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk like that. You know, and you, it didn't feel good. It felt terrible. But then you notice it. And then eventually you get to the point to where it's, well, kind of like in here, there's a certain terminology in the tattoo world that people use often, which is shop bitch. That's pretty common. Most people have a shop bitch. And it's not uncommon. But my point is that I was 19 years old and I decided not to use this terminology towards especially females. It just I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I'd look like an idiot doing it.
Yeah.
And then over time, I wasn't good at it right away, but over time I got to the point, especially when I was a father, it was easier.
Yeah.
There's little things like that eventually become part of who you are if you keep the promises you made to yourself.
Yeah.
And you make these little promises over time, and then all of a sudden you're a fucking absolute force to be reckoned with. Like you become fortified. You're like a fortress.
Well, and then like you can truly like stick to your word, because I could have very well like went home and not worked out and said I did. No one would have known, and I was like,
but
no, fuck that. I would have fucked with me so hard. I'm like, no.
It's kind of like telling somebody like, oh, I don't talk shit behind people's back, but then when you go do it, you're like, I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
Nah, it's okay. Nobody knows. And then now your force field is just fucking has holes in it and it falls apart.
Well, just keeping your integrity.
Yeah, integrity is such a big deal. Even it's funny because I've heard stories about this too, where people were rude or wrong or assholes or whatever you want to call them, and then later on flipped sides because of some new information, and that's what pissed the person off. It's like, I would have respected you at least if you were just wrong, but then you flip.
Yeah.
That is so, the integrity is like, I'm not saying you get to be a piece of shit person, but as long as you stick to your guns, you're good.
Right.
But at least you have fucking integrity in what you believe in, and you don't just flip sides on the fly to fit the convenient moment, which people do a lot, right? What's convenient for them in the moment, comfortable lies and uncomfortable truths kind of thing. Bard is on here. I love that name. I'm sure that's the only time any of you have ever heard somebody named Bard is right now.
Yeah.
Bard,
never.
I fucking love you. You're awesome. Bard's a doctor, and he actually started a new school for. I actually don't know exactly what the school's for. I should feel bad about that, Bard. We should talk soon. But he did. He just started his own. I forget what it's called. Academy. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
And he's saying sometimes our greatest growth. Let me bring that on here. Sometimes our greatest growth comes out of dark places or downtimes. Self-reflection once reaching a low point. Look inward, or continue to wither.
Yeah.
I fucking love that point because that's exactly how I would say it and
Yeah.
how I feel about it. And you're saying sometimes our greatest growth comes out of the dark places or down times. I honestly believe that almost all of our actual growth only
Yeah.
comes from what I call pain.
Yeah.
You can label that however you want, but I think that's how people grow. That's how I've made my biggest strides. You know,
100%.
it's through pain and suffering. You know, maybe some people try to block out the pain so much that they never grow from it. And I'm sometimes a glutton for punishment, so takes it with a grain of salt, guys. Sometimes when somebody says something hurtful to you, you need to sit in it. You know, soak in that for a little bit.
Right.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I get it, but I think it's because I truly believe it fortifies you.
Yeah.
One is it forces you to analyze it. Like, is there truth in this?
Right.
There's somewhat truth, like, or it even gives you understanding of that person's position, whether it's right or wrong. You can understand it still.
Yeah.
But even better, I think it's important to if you don't callous your hands when you lift weights, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like I played guitar today, and I hardly ever play. Look at this little
Yeah.
kind of damaged area, and I'm like trying to play, and I'm like 10 minutes in, like, fuck, dude, this is hurting because I haven't really been playing much.
Yeah.
If you don't have calluses, you're not gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah.
You won't be able to play long.
Yeah.
So some people are afraid of that, but I say bullshit. Fuck, that's your problem is you're trying to do too much feel good and not enough feel bad when it's appropriate so that you callous yourself enough to go. Like I've had way worse shit said to me by people who matter a lot more.
Yeah.
Like literally some of the worst shit I've
Yeah.
ever heard said by people I fucking love and I thought loved me.
Yeah.
So when people talk their shit, it's like, how do you deal with haters? It's really simple.
Yeah.
I've exposed myself already and not denied the pain and suffering I've had in my life. And so good luck trying to fucking
Yeah.
tear me down from there. Like
Yeah.
I guess you could try, but it's shame on you for doing so because it's not going to help anybody and it's only going to hurt you. So that's no good.
Yeah.
But I do believe that that's true. I think true growth only happens in pain. I mean, how are you going
Yeah.
to grow at the gym? How are you going to grow financially? You have to have some fucking serious falls.
Yeah,
You got to
for
hurt. You got to be
sure.
broke. You have to have a negative balance. You have to feel that. You know, to lose somebody you fucking love because you did something stupid. Take that however you want, but lose somebody you love because you did something stupid has to fucking suck.
Yeah.
So that you can realize, oh my God, that's why this shit matters so much to me.
Yeah.
And you guys and everybody in here. Like right now, I have 3 people up here conversing. Like one of my best friends, a couple new apprentices. I got you here. I got everybody on here.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man. Like
It is.
it's beyond cool. Like I can't even
On a
express it.
hump day.
On a fucking hump day at fucking 8:15. That's pretty fucking good. Usually we're
Yeah.
not starting till now.
I know.
And you guys all joining, how fucking rad is
Yeah.
it that we're all here and we're able to enjoy this together?
Absolutely.
I think it's so cool.
Well, it's cool because what I like about the lives too is it feels like a get together.
It does.
Like-
No, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
You know, we're online and stuff, and you know, it's cool to see everyone check in, like our regulars that are always here and loyal. You know, and saying what's up, and we get to see them, and you know, it's like our little family check-ins.
Yeah.
I like it.
I dig it too. It's fucking super cool. Like
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It feels so good to have you guys, to have us.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing too. Some people are obviously not you guys because you're here.
Yeah.
But some people say, oh, it's social media and they have so much negativity attached to it. And I'll say this. It's not social media, motherfuckers. It's people. Every single fucking icon on our comments right now coming through is a fucking person on the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah.
This is just the transmission part. This is just what we're filtering through.
Yeah.
Sure, is it not always, genuine and authentic? Of course not. I mean, fuck, that's not even in person true.
Yeah.
But this is every like, every comment, every watch, with the exception of a few bots, of course.
Yeah.
But in reality, this is people we're talking to and talking about and connecting with. So we take it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I've never looked at it as, like I've said this before, if 50 people like something I post as opposed to sometimes getting hundreds or thousands, sometimes I'm like, fuck, I didn't do as good. Motherfucker, 50 people.
Yeah.
50 people that would fill up this whole building in here.
Right. Right.
Like, just I don't look at it as numbers. I try to look at
Yeah.
it as people best I can. And I do fail at it sometimes, but I think it's important to know that It's not social media. Social media is the new telephone. It's the new conduit. It's the new hangout coffee shop. It's the new park. It's the new, your bikes are in the front yard and you know your friends are in the back.
Yeah.
You get to see a little live icon saying Josh went live. Our bikes are in the front, man. You know we're in the back. So click on that shit and come hang out. It's fucking perfect.
That was a good one.
Was it?
Yeah.
See? You see all the
like
love?
That one.
You see all the fucking, because people do that. They'll say, kids don't play anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure. They're just not playing. People. I bet you people on here have said this. I know I have. Kids don't play like we used to. Motherfuckers, kids never used to play until your generation. Before that, they fucking worked at 5 years old in a damn cave and died by the time they were 20 because they inhaled coal all fucking lives. So play, like, do you think the Spartans went and played? They were 5 years old, 7 years old and thrown into the fucking gym so that they could become warriors.
Yeah.
Play was a short period of American history where kids went outside and played, and be glad you were a part of it and know that it even existed instead of going to fucking work at 5, 6, 7 years old. So when people say, oh, kids don't play anymore, motherfucker, your parents could say, kids don't work anymore.
Yeah.
And now we're saying kids don't play anymore.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to say kids don't log in anymore. So, I don't fucking know, but I don't look at it so negatively. I look at it as it all represents people. Every like you have, every comment you have, every share is a human on the other side.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for that.
Yeah.
Fucking
absolutely.
cool. So fucking cool.
I love it.
Yep. So gather your bicycles in the front yard and come click on it and join us in the back and hang out. So that's what you guys are doing, and we appreciate it. Brittany, I don't know if I've seen you on here before. Brittany is actually the wife of one of my really old good friends. She's saying, the lowest valleys I have been through in my life, I have seen the biggest growth. It's such an encouraging word to let people know that it's not always fun and perfect, but you grow through the bad and the good.
Yeah.
100 motherfucking %. I wish I had a button for that. I don't know.
Absolutely. Like 2 thumbs
How about
up.
this?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the closest thing to fighting I could think of. I wasn't going to play a love song. 100% true. Brittany, I really believe that. I like what you said there, that sometimes, by the way, guys, when people are struggling, you think you want to lift them up with positive words. Sometimes it's a fucking smack in the face if somebody's falling apart or not doing well. Even if they're being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
They're not doing well, and you can see it.
Yeah.
What good does it do to say, don't act like that, don't feel that way, don't do, instead just recognize, like, yeah, man, that's got to be rough. Like, that sucks. Sounds like that would be fucking hard. Recognize somebody's position sometimes is better than trying to correct it. And like, it never helps an angry person to say, calm down.
Oh my God. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just be like, man, you're really fucking pissed. You have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Wow, you're getting loud.
Yeah.
You look strong right now. They're like, yeah,
so
look at him. You're so strong. When people are in pain and suffering, like, which is we're all talking about right now, is that's where you're going to fucking learn and transform.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
It doesn't always work that way, but hopefully that's what you're taking out of it. Sometimes recognizing that in people and just acknowledging that.
Yeah.
Like I've been in places in my life where I'll say right now, I've fucking beat down and broken at my darkest, and it sucks when people say, "Don't say that. Don't feel that way. Don't." How's that going to help me?
Yeah.
That makes me feel more like shit.
Yeah.
When somebody else, actually, Bard, thank you for being on here. His wife told me this. Liesel, she's a fucking fabulous woman. She's fascinating, incredible warrior, and she's overcame a lot in her life. And we talked about this once, and she told me, Josh, when I explained to her something I was going through, she goes, "You were just trying to survive. It's okay." Instead of saying, "Oh, don't think that way, don't feel that," she just said, "I recognize that in you." And this girl's been through hell.
Yeah.
Sorry to throw that out there. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm not being too personal, I guess, but this girl's a fucking absolute warrior, especially internally, like Bard said. It's an internal thing. And she told me that. She goes, you're surviving right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I went, wow, okay. I
Yeah.
should let a little bit of that stuff
Right.
go. And people judged me during those times, and I had to let that shit go. They did their best. I'm doing my best, and hopefully that's what we're all doing. But anyway, we got fucking Super Dr. Phil on everybody. Olin's on here asking a really good question. We should absolutely. Where's your T-shirt?
I know. I'll have it on today.
Yes. Why did you hire a hot apprentice? That's a really good question.
My man.
First thing I will say is that is relative because I have never said that I've done that, and I've never admitted to it because I've never intentionally done that. That's a fact. I've never said, "Oh, that person's hot, you get a job." I could give a shit less what you look like. I've said this a few times. I'll keep saying it. I don't give a shit what you look like. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what your beliefs are. If you're a good fucking person, you're willing to work hard and learn. That's all I give a shit about. And he knows that. He knows that. Obviously, that's why he's asking.
Yeah.
And then sending this. Yes.
I love it.
So she's saying Brittany's saying she's been on here before, but I don't know that you've ever commented, so I appreciate it. Thanks for being on here. And then Lenore saying, thank you. What you are saying is how I'm feeling in my new job. I'm not sure if that means good, like you feel great about your new job, or that it's a struggle. I'm not quite sure, but more power to you. Yeah. Kudos. Keep watching us. If you keep watching us, you're going to feel Haley's energy. You're going to be affected. Eventually, it's going to make you. Yeah, I don't know if you go to the gym, but you're going to be able to lift twice as much next time because of the energy she exudes. I know I can. So I've become actually the strongest man I know.
Except for we're both today, like, all shoulders.
Doesn't mean I'm not broken.
Yeah,
doesn't mean I'm not broken. See, she gives me so much energy that I go to the gym like, yeah, and then I break myself.
Yeah.
But I did it. So here she is. She's saying, I'm struggling, but you guys are making me feel better. See? Yeah. That's it. I don't need to dig too much into it, although I appreciate it. And maybe one day if you come Saturday or if you come and meet us and come into the shop or whatever, or join us on our lives, we'll talk more about it. I love, connecting with people on that level. It always feels great. Yeah. And just you saying that right there makes all of the hour and 20 minutes and 30 seconds fucking worth it. And all
absolutely.
All of it. Absolutely worth it. So Ian, perfect. Let's end it there. 100%.
I'll take it.
Haley is absolutely better than pre-workout. So before you guys go to the gym, watch our shows and or come in and let's see where we're at here. Come in and
Give me your fucking money!
and yeah, because whoa. Have you ever heard that?
No.
What? Hold on a second.
Give me your fucking money!
That's new. That's new. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
We're just
maybe it's a
dumbfounded right
technical malfunction. I don't know. That's new. I'm going to end it here.
Yeah.
Haley, thank you so much for sharing your energy with me.
Thanks for sharing yours, Josh.
Yes,
I
you're
appreciate you.
welcome. You're welcome. I feel blessed to be in this world with people like you. 100%.
I appreciate that.
And
Makes me feel cuddly inside.
Mr. Rogers moment. And I feel blessed to be in this world with people like you too.
So like,
yes,
know?
100%. So thank you, all of you. Thank you, pre-workout, Haley. Thank you guys for watching Addicted to Life. What's up, Big Red? Thanks for watching. Thanks, Lenore, Olin, everybody else on here. Thank you guys so much. Family, friends, future customers and supporters, lovers, fighters, hump day extraordinaires. Thank you so much. We do this obviously every Wednesday. If you guys catch us live, we love to hear from you. Don't be shy if you're watching this and don't speak up. We won't block you. Maybe from social media platforms and emails, but we won't block you from coming in the shop. But thank you guys for watching for sure. Yeah. We hope you guys get something from this, but I can promise you that we do for sure.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to this weekend. Truly, we look forward to this weekend. And thank you guys all for... Thank you, Precision Window Tint, Tops Military Supply, 4th Street Antiques so far,
Jamboree.
I'm going to struggle with that. Here, I'm just going to put this up here so you can say it however you guys want. Jamboree, thank you. The best masseuses, I don't think you're supposed to say that. Best massage therapist, best physical therapist, I don't know, whatever. They're going to fucking give you some amazing pain relief, especially in your back and your neck. These people are fucking incredible. I go to them every single week. So I'm pretty spoiled with them.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys all. And anybody who I forgot, thanking everybody who's helping you girls, everybody that's, going to support us on this Saturday. I got to say that multiple times. It's probably not going to end here, but it's still playing. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to leave it and I hope they're not like hearing something strange. This audio technical issues. But anyway, thank you guys. And thank you, girls, and yes, everybody who's donated. And we hope to see you guys Saturday. Come with your smiles, positive energy. I would love to send a huge fucking loud ass signal to Sam while she's healing and going through this hard time. And that would make me very proud. Yeah. And she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday. And
hopefully Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday. We'll see you this Saturday from 10 to 10. From morning till night, all fucking day, all fucking evening, all fucking night. So you guys come by and we'll see you then.